Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk to you, do a quick review on the Freestyle Libre 14 day. I've been using this monitor since October of 2018 and a lot of you that know me have probably seen me wearing this little sensor and you might want to know what it is. So today I just wanted to give a quick review on it and how much it's changed my life. I was diagnosed when I was 19 years old. And for the most of my 20s and for the most part of my 30s, I just chose not to take care of myself. In 2015, I really started trying. If you're a diabetic, then you know how hard it is to maintain a diabetic lifestyle. But like I said, in October, I went to the doctor and they did an A1C, and my A1C was 12.2. My diabetes was completely out of control. And then I started really working hard to get my A1C down and to get my diabetes under control. He put me on a glipizide in the morning and one in the afternoon. It took a few months, but I finally got my sugar leveled out. But also in October, I got this Freestyle Libre, and honestly, this thing has changed my life. I love this monitor. It's called a flash glucose monitoring system, and what it does is you put it on in the back of your arm and it monitors your glucose. It takes a scan every 5 minutes, and then when you're ready to check it, you just use this meter. You turn it on from the power button, and then you just hold it up to your scanner and it will tell you what your blood sugar is. And I don't know if you can see this, but it also has a little diagram, and that line shows you in the blue line, it shows where your sugar should be, and then if your sugar is going up and down or if it's staying consistent throughout the day. So when I get up in the morning, I usually check my sugar, and it will show me what my blood glucose has done all night long, if it's went up, if it's went down, if I've had high and lows in the middle of the night. And that's the one thing that I truly love about this. When you do a finger stick, you only know what your blood sugar is at that very moment. It doesn't tell you what your sugar has been doing the past 2 hours or what it's doing now, if it's going up or down or if it's staying the same. And that's the biggest thing that I love about the Libre, is that when I check my sugar, it will tell me if my sugar's rising, if it's dropping, or if it's just maintaining or slowly changing. When you know what your sugar is doing all day long, it helps you better prepare for what to do. I went back last month in January for my A1C, and it was down to 6.2. So I had lowered my A1C by half in just 90 days. And so I was pretty excited about that. And I really feel like this monitor has helped me because I just know what my sugar is doing at all times. It's not, you know, I'm not having to prick my finger about 8 times a day is what I was doing before. Averaging about 8 pricks a day, and my fingertips just got where they were extremely sore. And if I had to continue doing that, I probably would have done what I've done in the past and just quit checking my sugar, eat what I want to eat, and not even worry about it, and just let it just wreak havoc on my body. But anyway, I got the Freestyle Libre in October. And honestly, I feel like it's changed my life. It's worth every single penny. Most insurances will pay. Medicare, I think, will pay. Our insurance doesn't pay 100%. I still have to pay out of pocket for this. And 2 sensors a month is $75. But I feel like that's a small price to pay to be able to keep up with my glucose without having to do so many finger pricks. If you've been wondering about this, I know there's a lot of ads on TV and on Facebook about this monitor. And if you've been thinking about it, I just want to say it's worth every penny. And I'm not getting paid by Freestyle. They don't send me free stuff. This is just my 100% honest review. And do I think it's worth the money? And yes, I think it's worth the money. A lot of people on Facebook, before I got it, they would say that the sensors wouldn't stay on for more than a day. And when you pay that much for a sensor, when you're paying $30 or $40 for a sensor, you want that sensor to last 14 days or 10 days if you're doing the 10-day Libre. And so a lot of people had talked about SIM patch. This is what the SIM patch comes in. I ordered it off Amazon. I think it was $17 for this little pack, and it has about 30 or 40 patches in it. And they look just kind of like a little donut. They're kind of Band-Aid material. And they actually just go over the sensor, around the sensor to help it stay on. In the beginning, I wore these every single time I put on a sensor. After I would put it on, I would put one of these, and it would last for about 5 or 6 days before I would have to change it. Sometimes it would last the full 10 days when I was doing the 10-day meter. But now doing the 14-day meter, it only would last about 5 days, especially with me going to the gym 5 days a week and sweating a lot. I don't wear these anymore because once I went to the 14-day, I felt like they stick better maybe than the 10-day. I don't know. I've never had a problem with them coming off, with my sensors coming off. A lot of people on Facebook would say that they would come off, or online when I was reading reviews about this product. But I've never had one to come off. Sometimes I run into door jams. Sometimes I hit things and they don't come off. If you have oily skin or maybe a different kind of skin type, they might come off easier. I do not have oily skin, when we change it, and shortly I'll show you how I prep the skin. But normally I just use about 3 or 4 alcohol wipes. I prep the skin. I just make sure it's really clean. I make sure the alcohol dries, and then I put on the new sensor. In the beginning, I felt like I needed these because I was just afraid at nighttime, even rolling over in the bed, that it would come off, or and when you're paying $30 or $40 for a sensor, you want to make sure that sensor stays on. $75 a month is not super cheap, so you want to make sure your sensors are staying on. I have read that if your sensor does fall off early, that you can call Abbott Freestyle, the people who make the monitor, and they'll send you a new one for free. So, I mean, if it falls off early, that really shouldn't be an issue. But like I said, I've been using mine since October, and I've never had one to come off early. Normally at the 10-day or the 14-day mark, I actually have to pry it off my skin, which doesn't hurt, but I have to pull it off. So, if you worry about it, or if you get this product and you find that the meter is not staying on for the whole time, I highly recommend the Sim Patch. Now, if you say something about Sim Patch on Facebook under the Freestyle Libre post or something, they're going to come back and say that they don't recommend these. But if you can look at anybody else that uses these for these meters or these sensors, and they will tell you that they're amazing. Even when I had these on, I felt like I was protected more, that it wasn't going to come off. But I haven't used one of these in a while because I just feel like they stick really well. Like I said, I work out 5 days a week. I go to the gym, I get sweaty, I take a shower every day, and they don't come off. So if you find that yours are not staying on, just pick up some Sim Patch off Amazon. You'll be good to go. Alright, now I'm going to show you how I changed the sensor. Here it is. And you can kind of see that it started to peel just a little bit. So I just take it where it's starting to peel, and I just pull it off like that. And I don't know if you can see, it's just got like a small needle. This new sensor I'm going to put on this arm. So this is what it looks like just in the box before you open it. This is the applicator that it has to put the sensor on, and your actual sensor is in this box. The first thing that I do before I open either one of these is make sure that the code on both is the same, and on this one it's H76, so it's the same. So before I open those, it comes with 2 little alcohol wipes, and I usually use these 2 wipes plus 1 more. And I just I don't know exactly where it'll go, so I just kind of do the general area. Just wipe it really good. If you have oily skin, I think there's a product called Skin Tack that you can use. And that's supposed to help it. I've not had any trouble with my sensors falling off just by using alcohol wipes, so that's what I continue to do. And I'll just do 1 more. I always do 3 just to be sure that the area is clean. And I don't like to get my sensor too far back onto my arm. It the more you get it like in here, I feel like it pinches or pulls at my skin more. So I try not to get it too far back. Alright, so once you've got your arm cleaned, you just twist that off. And you can see inside there that that's part of the sensor, but there's actually no needle yet. And when you open that one, the needle is inside this one. And there's a line right here. And a line right there. And you line those two things up, those two lines, and you press really hard. Like that. And then when you lift out, I don't know if you can see, it has the needle in there. Make sure that the skin is dry and clean. Find your position. I usually like it somewhere around here. And then you just press. And then that lifts off. And now I have a brand new sensor. Now that my new sensor is on, you just take your scanner, turn it on, scan it, and it'll ask if you're ready to start a new sensor. Click yes, scan it one more time, and it will tell you in 60 minutes your new sensor will be ready. Okay guys, well that's my review on the Freestyle Libre 14-day. I hope this video has helped you in some way, and I ask that you would just like and subscribe to our page and share this video. And if you're considering the Freestyle Libre, I just highly recommend it. If you're a diabetic, I think that you cannot go wrong with this system, and you'll absolutely love it, and I think that it will change your life. Alright guys, thanks for watching.